6, 7. Wait.
You're just clicking and there were no clicking coming. You're just going.
I think you're getting a bit loud for someone who suggested we come to a fucking waterfall. We come to the waterfall and there's a fucking gate behind us and you can't even see the bastard waterfall. You can probably hear the cunt. Yeah, sound. We can't see it.
Yeah. So, how this came... First of all, welcome back to the Irrelevant Men. Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright, mate, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to you, dickhead.
You weren't asking me, but yeah, welcome back. Today we are next to a waterfall. Is that what you can say? I think on the camera it actually picks it up a little bit. I don't know, to be honest. I don't have a clue. Yeah, we're on a waterfall today, which only part of the waterfall is actually waterfalling.
Connor went to me. We've got to big it up a bit. Last episode we did a canal. That was sick, mate. Next time, Brad, I'm going to surprise you. I know where a waterfall is. I went, you joking? He's talking to me like it's Niagara Falls. First of all, we get here. The waterfall...
It's not waterfalling.
...is about the height of my fucking penis. It's about 6 inches off the ground. So that's first of all. Secondly, the waterfall isn't a waterfall because barely any water's coming down. Barely any water is falling. It's just a water still.
It's about 8 inches of falling water. The thing is, when I used to... so I walk my dog down here, not on this side, but on the other side is the canal. And a couple of months ago, this looked mad because there was no, like...
Leaves.
There was no leaves.
What you did was forgot that seasons exist as well.
So I'd forgot that in winter, when it gets to spring, summertime, all the trees grow leaves. Now, that means this looks shit. However, there's another spot down there, but it was too dark because it's nearly 9 o'clock and it's taken us an hour and a half to get here.
Yeah, we've been walking.
Google Maps said 24 minutes. I think they forgot to add another hour and 15 onto that because it's basically...
24 minutes if you can fucking fly, like what?
We set off at 7 o'clock. Quarter past 7. We set off at 7:15.
An hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, so
to
that's,
sit down in front of a fence. Brother, there's a fence outside our flat. We could have sat down in
Why didn't we just do outside the flat where I pointed to the other day? Off the riverbank. Next to the canal.
Because we're
that would have been
retarded.
so much better.
We're not smart men.
That would have been so much better than this because this is absolutely awful. But
when
yeah.
you took Max down here and you said, oh yeah, I forgot leaves come up, did you also forget there was a fucking fence here as well?
No, this wasn't the bit that looks good. It's down there that looks good. But that is a very dark jungle at the moment.
Yeah.
Because
fucking KSI, what you doing trying to take me down there, bro? What's going on with you?
Whoa, got me KSI. The bug situation isn't great either. I've got a fucking fly tickling my nose.
I've got about 9 ants inside my socks, bro.
You're not like a fucking sunflower, that's why, mate. You're not like a fucking traffic cone, mate. A fucking podcast and a traffic cone,
They all think I'm a daisy. Yeah, I'm wearing yellow today. Because I'm fucking gay, to be honest. Let's talk about that.
What a fucking terrible start to a podcast.
Would you ever suck my cock?
No.
How much? No.
Why?
How much?
What's going on here, mate?
Let's say I came into money.
No,
and I came
mad.
out.
What? Is
I
that
came
like
out.
sucking my brother's cock? That's mad.
Yeah, well, that was the next question, actually. No, let's say I came into money. And, like, deep down all this time, I've always been, like, gay, but specifically for you.
You're moving mad.
How much so, like, if we put a price on it?
I don't think we can put a price on the fact.
$500?
Yeah.
Yeah, innit?
40 quid, mate, to be honest.
Yeah?
Times are hard, so yeah. You start fucking me on camera. I'm like, what is going on here, bro? Man just stood up like he was going to put his cock in my mouth. I just stood there like this.
Last episode, I found it really interesting at the last part where we were talking about, like, women and shit. and we were talking about, and it's funny because we filmed these like 6 days before they go out. And then, so like by the time we put them out, the birds we were talking about, we no longer were talking to.
No, literally as well.
You would bin that one off, and I'd bin the.
Oh, that's not good. I was talking to a girl that went down the shitter.
Do you know what I
between
find?
that time and this recording, I had another girl that I was talking to that's also kind of gone down the shitter.
Because you parred her
it's
off.
not going well, is it? I didn't power her off. I've been very busy with work and I had stuff to do, and we didn't have the podcast.
Would
yesterday.
you watch this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God, you've had a lot of work on today, haven't you? No, to be fair, you've been swamped.
Brad is trying his hardest.
Do you know what
right
I
now
find?
No, hold on, shut the fuck up. Brad is trying his hardest right now to make me look like a cunt. I have been doing work. I've had a lot on my plate, and we didn't do the podcast yesterday because you had too much going on, so we had to record today. So here we are. I would never, ever, ever, ever bail on a girl and lie to her. I would never do that. So, yeah.
Why are you getting so defensive?
I need a piss. I need to get somewhere but this camera right now.
I'll move on.
Fucking...
Listen, right, so throughout your time, you have had some very, very beautiful women.
Yeah.
Like some of your exes have been stunning. Like, I don't know how you look like a horse, but obviously height matters.
said I look like a horse. What the
6'6", right? So obviously compared to me just here blowing my nose with fucking a raggy snotty tissue, I guess that's just where it comes from. Recently, I've been speaking to a couple of like dolly birds, like the sort of birds you go for.
They're very boring, aren't they? They are very boring.
It's weird, you read my mind.
I know, yeah.
They have no personality, bro.
They don't.
They have no personality. Like the proper, like these pretty girls, these pretty girls that have personality, but the dolly birds, the proper model types. And I've spoke to a couple, like I say, because I don't know why. I think it's just, I think I've wanted to impress you. I've wanted to get a bird that
Why do you want to impress me?
I don't know.
That's a bit weird.
I don't know.
Have you got a tear in your eye?
I've got allergies. I'm just striking. I really want to impress you, Connor.
I want to
impress you. No, so
the thing is, I think you get to a realisation in life, and this is where I'm at now. I think once you've had, or maybe not even once you've had, but when you've sort of grown up past the fact of I want my bird to be the fittest bird out of any birds, and that's it, you sort of realise that once you drop your standards down a little bit, which is harsh to say. So if my future wife is watching, which she won't be, please don't be offended if I go off here, because I've dropped my standards. But I think if you drop your standards a bit and start seeing people for what they actually are, what they bring to the table, your life will be so much easier when it comes to women. When you want what I wanted the fittest birds, and that ain't because of any reason. That's just what I'm like. You know what I'm like. Do you know what I mean? My type is very fit, and I am not very fit, so it's very hard. And then when you get them girls, you realise
it's hard though, but you've had multiple women.
Yeah, I know, but I know. I'm just trying to humble myself.
Yeah, I know. You're
trying
to be humble. Fuck it, mate. Nah, don't be humble.
I'm not humble.
Don't be humble. Let the ego
I
shine.
am humble. I am humble. Humble.
No, so, but yeah, my point was like they have no personality at all.
They don't.
Like, they really don't.
Those their whole personality is
looking
Instagram
beautiful
pictures. I want to wear the nicest dress. I want to go to the most expensive.
Is that
places
because they
to
don't
take
need
pictures.
personality? They've not had to maybe craft a personality. Like a personality has not had to be moulded in a sense to get them places in life. Maybe because they've just got
fit, so they don't really care, do they?
doors open in their life because of their looks. So
yeah, but I think that's mad though. Like
it is mad.
That is just such a temporary. If you get with a bird like that, it's such a temporary thing. Like it's never going to go anywhere. You can't live the rest of your life with your missus just because she's fit. It's mad. Like you can't do that. It's mad. Like, are you gonna go travelling or whatever and just not speak to her because she's boring as fuck? Like,
I'm not saying that.
I just want to get a picture here. I just want to get a picture there.
These birds that I'm talking about are like bad people either.
No, absolutely not. They're just unaware.
They're just the dolly birds are boring. Like I say, but it's not even. Do you know when you say like dropping your standards? For me, I think standards are a broad sort of thing. Like it's not just about being a dolly bird. Like I think, to me, and this is going to sound so cliche, it's going to sound like I'm a bit of a pick me man in a sense. I think a bird with a shining personality, like funny as fuck, blah blah, who's also pretty,
Yeah.
is
They
a
have to be pretty though.
yeah, no, yeah, of
'Cause
course. But like
I think it's mad.
moderately
to
pretty
say
and then like dolly
personalities-
bird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I think it's mad. I know you're not saying that, but I think it's mad for people to say personality is only what matters.
Bullshit.
You could be the funniest person in the world. If you're a 4 out of 10, you are still a 4 out of 10.
Though.
That's a madness.
Different men and women. It's different for men and women.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah,
I think.
brother. Yes.
Oh, do you know what though? I don't know, because I feel like if my bird's a bit too funny, I won't like it. Do you know, like if your bird...
If she's showing off though, that's different. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but like she's that funny that she shows off all the time. That
Yeah,
sort
but
of
that's
thing.
different. That's a different
And
type
you got
of
a
person.
nice middle ground. I know it sounds like really fucking... What's the... Well,
you're
it makes
you're,
it sound
you're
like cunts,
assuming
but-
funny has to be like, I don't know, like that sort of girl who's like I know exactly what you're
just
saying.
to clarify, we are talking about girls, but this does go for everyone, by the way, in my opinion anyway.
Yeah.
Like you could be the funniest man on the planet, but if you are clapped, you're not going to get the birds because you're fucking ugly. Like you have to have something about you. Like,
Yeah.
I know it sounds harsh to say, like, because some people are just fuck ugly, but like, you know
I've
what I
been
mean? It's-
so I was 19 stone, and I was. I mean, I know you have certain opinions on my past.
horrible.
Really?
All of them.
Really?
All of them. Terrible.
Aw,
Terrible.
really?
Yeah, mate.
You actually think that?
I do think that, you know, I think that. But we have completely different types.
I truly
You're like
believe.
12-year-olds.
I truly believe. Tell him again, brother. Yeah. I truly believe
Mad.
that every bird I've been with, relationship, one night stand, whatever, I was punching with every single one of them.
Yeah, because
Back when I used to look like.
Yeah,
That's my point,
now,
though.
maybe.
Oh
maybe,
no,
I
no, none of them birds. Are you mad? Any of those birds came back to me now, I'd be like, bye bye, Felicia. That's not the point, bro.
Bro got really loud about that one. The laptops are scrolling
Brother,
around,
I'm
mate.
passionate about that, but the fact of the matter is that this goes back to my earlier point, it's different for men and women. And this is where there's a genuine
now you got me
gender
thinking, 'cause I feel
disparity.
like
You can see very attractive women with very unattractive men,
Yeah.
in my past experience. Not that I was very
No,
unattractive,
Not
but
even just in your experience, you are right. And then it makes me wonder how. Because people say, yeah, this is what annoys me. I feel like I'm a bit quiet on this, but.
it's alright, we'll turn it up in post. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Relax. Relax.
Mental.
It's mad, it's just me and you for the next half an hour as well.
What?
Relax.
As if like the other ones there's been someone there with us.
No, I'm just trying to
waiting
say
for
this.
we're on a public
On a public
we're on a public footpath, by the way. So
You're on a
anyone
public bummer, man.
could- anyone could just walk. We're on the path as well, so someone could just walk down.
Yeah, I
here
mean
and
they
be like,
can,
"Hello,
but
mate."
they'd be getting fucking chin, bro.
I mean, we'd have to talk to them as well because it'd just be weird if we just ignored their existence because they'd be right in front of us. Anyway, I can't remember what I was going back to.
We were talking about so very unattractive men can have
that's it.
attractive women, but not the other way around.
I hear all the time, yeah, working in a bar, I see all these sort of things, you know what I mean? I see fit birds with butters men, and it's mad. And everyone always says, I bet he's got a massive cock. But how do you even get her if you're ugly? So what I'm
you
saying
probably
is,
don't have a massive cock when
no,
you're
but
fat.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Even if you had a massive cock, how did it get to a point where she had to find out he had a massive cock first?
That's it.
Do you know what I'm saying? How can
Women,
an ugly man with a
the
big
divine
penis get a
feminine.
fit bird without
Brother,
getting to that big
the
penis bit?
divine feminine is less shallow than the divine masculine. We, as men, are more surface level. We're more grounded into reality than women. Women are more emotional. Women are more fluid with their spirituality.
Yeah.
So, women are... I believe women are the better gender, mate, in some sense.
Yeah.
But not in like a fucking pay pig way. You won't find me... Shout out to...
No.
Should
No.
I shout him out? Shout out to... You know who you are. You won't find me doing any of that. No, I love him to bits. But he knows, doesn't he?
Yeah.
no, but like when I say
That is
this...
mad.
When I say this, like... Bro, I'm a little bit misogynistic at the same time. Like, men in the physical world, we're just stronger, we are more logical, etc., etc. But on a whole, when it comes down to what I value in a human being, I think women have us trumped.
I think women are beautiful creatures, to be honest.
And that shows.
I'm out a little bit thinking about it now. I'm just staring at a plant going, I love women.
But that shows what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think you are. Well,
we would not go for some big fat blobby, whereas like a bird would. Most women will look past that if they really like. Women can fall in love completely with personality. I think a man who has options will not fall in love.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. To be honest, I agree.
You might have some men who are like, oh yeah, no, I fell in love with you just because of your personality. I'm telling you now, that man did not have options. Do you know what I mean?
It's true, though, isn't it? That's it. It is true.
Anyway, I'm gonna blow my nose. Talk
right.
about something.
Is this gonna last the whole fucking podcast? Is you just blowing your nose?
Brother, I can't control my fucking allergies.
Just put 2 pieces of fucking tissue up your nostril.
Yeah.
And just carry on talking, mate. You'll be fine. But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying, to be fair. I feel like a man that has options will never, ever, ever
go for
pick a personality first.
They just never go for a pick.
That's the harsher way of saying it. But I just, like, for me, for example, like, nah, if your personality's banging, but you're just not attractive, I'm sorry, but it's just time to go. Like, it's bad, but like, for me, like, we touched on this last episode, but like, now we're sort of settling down, looking for a wife, whatever.
You sound like you're.
Am I okay today, bro? Bro, I'm like stuttered the whole way.
No, it's not that. Now he's settled down looking for a wife. You sound like a fucking.
You got a ladybird on your t-shirt.
Hello.
Yum, yum.
Hello, pretty. Hello. Bro, spiritual creatures, these.
Yeah.
Angelic.
You've been calling a woman a pig. Spiritual creatures. The spiritual sign. What were you gonna say? Bro, I can't talk today. I really apologise for this. This is terrible. This is par from me.
Brother.
What is going on here?
It was shot. Listen, I know it might be a spiritual creature, but we'll try.
I've still got eyes locked with it. I think he wants to kiss me. I just jumped off it into the river.
What was it?
A ladybird.
Oh, is that the ladybird I've just flicked?
What, you think I'm locking eyes with a man? Mate, there's a fucking human being flying through the sky and I'm locking eyes with.
Oh, fucking litter, whatever. Listen.
Man threw it that way. And it went backwards more.
It's picking up my snot. What are you doing?
I'm putting it in my pocket, mate.
I was just like, it's a spiritual creature, this, but it tried invading me a little bit, bro. It's trying to get into my chest. I'm like, fuck you. Shout out to women, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to women.
Shout out to my mum. I love you, mum.
For being the better gender, the more emotional. Yeah.
Men aren't men without women.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, men aren't men.
But are women without men?
I can't talk today. I don't know what is going on with me. But
are you stoned?
No, I'm not. I was earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I can't talk. I don't know what's going on.
Should we meditate together?
You what?
Should we meditate together?
You need to get your stinking hand away from my fucking fresh smelling body. I can't talk, so I put a fucking nicotine pouch in and that's going to help me talk, is it? Am I a fucking retard or something?
Give me a hand.
What are you doing,
We need to calm down. We need to calm your nervous system. Fuck, my tongue's close.
We do. Let's have a little one-to-one conversation. As if we've not doing this for the past 20 minutes.
So what? You fucking retard.
We should start talking to plants.
Brad, listen, I'm going to stop talking to the voices in my head. Me and you now, mate.
I don't know what's up with me. I feel like I'm having an episode, to be honest.
We're just boring, mate.
You are?
We're just boring. Like
we are. The thing is, we
had
podcast.
two episodes worth of like conversations, and now we're just exposed. We're 3 episodes in.
We've spent 2 hours together before this even started. That's why.
That's the thing. We're talking about like sharks and stuff, shark attacks and stuff. That's the thing. We were having a little podcast just walking down the canal.
Yeah, and then we got here,
so
and
now we don't want to speak to each other anymore.
I'm just like bored of it now.
I'm out of tissue. Fuck.
I love how on the first episode we said we weren't going to talk about birds and shagging birds and all this, and that's all we've done for 2 episodes.
We're not talking about shagging birds, though. I'm talking about falling in love with girls in my DMs.
Mental.
It's cringe.
Falling in love?
Yeah. No, obviously not. But I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve.
You never used to, though, did you?
I know.
No, you didn't, did you?
I know. I never used to, mate. I wasn't in touch with myself. Do you want to get deep?
Let's get deep.
Should we get really deep?
I think it's perfect timing because we've got nothing else to say. So let's.
I wasn't in touch with who I was.
Yeah.
That's it. I couldn't love anyone else because I did not love myself. Why are you laughing,
Fucking
bro?
pussy. Bro, what?
Bro, I've just said the deepest sentence I've ever said to any human being in my life. And your instant reaction was,
fucking pussy.
ha ha ha, fucking pussy.
Know what I mean? What a fucking bitch, mate.
Do you get me though? Like,
I know, 100%. Right, I've been there as well. I think
in the past I've only ever been
do you know
infatuated.
what? No, I say about myself. I've never been like that because I've always been
In love.
since that bit where I was a bit of a weirdo.
Yesterday.
Fucking 20 minutes ago. I think from
Yeah.
onwards,
Yeah.
I've not really had that.
You're gonna bleep a name this time. You didn't bleep for the first one. You forgot to bleep
bleep
it.
a name.
Right.
I think I only bleeped a name like once in the first one.
What,
we
you did,
said
yeah?
like 7 times.
No, listen. You didn't bleep a name the first time, but then bleeped a name every other time.
I was pretty stoned when I did it, so I mean you were sat next to me. Anyway, yeah, I think before that point I never had. I mean there were Megan as well, but we're a bit younger then, so it's a bit different. Yeah. But I think that was a YouTube time as well. What are you doing, bro? Mad, mental. I think after that point is when I started feeling loads of emotions and stuff, and ever since then I can't really relate to that.
Connor used to tell people that he was a sociopath.
I
Connor
genuinely
told me-
believe that, by the way.
Connor told me. Connor used to tell a lot of porcupines. Connor
Yeah,
once
I
told
did, yeah.
me back, and we're talking like when he was like 17, I was 16, that a doctor once told him that
Yeah, I did say that,
he
didn't I?
was the worst case of being a sociopath that the doctor had ever seen. Connor had not gone to a doctor.
Yeah,
He
I've been to
made
a
this
doctor like
up.
4 times.
It was just bullshit. Connor probably went to the doctor that week for a cold and came back and
You
said,
are a psycho.
yeah, bro, he's told me like I'm a psychopath and all this. Why was that?
I don't know why I did all that shit. I used to do it loads. I don't
Do you
know why.
reckon it's something to do with like just
I
needing
feel
to
like-
be something that you're
I
not?
feel like the justification was for me to be a cunt. I had to have a reason to be a cunt.
Yeah,
I think that maybe is what it is. No,
yeah.
that's the first thing that came to my head just a second when I
Yeah.
thought of it. So for me, I think in any case, the first thing you think of in a situation looking back is exactly what it was.
Listen to your intuition. If
Exactly,
that's what you
exactly.
think it
That's
is, yeah.
exactly what I think when I also think. Well, no, yeah, I think that's pretty spot on. I think I just wanted a reason for me to be an absolute horrible, nasty little cunt to anyone. I think that's the
Because we
reason
were horrible.
why. Awful.
We were
Awful.
genuinely like, you know,
Horrible.
like 4chan
Absolutely horrible.
in like 2016. Probably before I got big on YouTube, me and him used to like have Skype calls where we just said heinous shit to people. Always
Horrible,
like we
horrible,
doxed
like,
people and everything.
Making
Wouldn't
people cry and shit.
we? We
like
were
and calling
terrible,
them, like,
mate. We were horrendous human beings. And we're still horrendous.
No, we're not.
No,
we're
we're
not.
not, we're
at all.
not, we're
I
not.
think you maybe a bit more than me.
The fuck do you mean by that?
I
You just
think
part
you're
a
a bit
girl
more
off.
edgy than me.
Cheeky cunt.
No, I'm right though. I am. Yeah.
I think you're yeah. I think I'm probably a
Just
bit
shit
more.
myself on the fucking mic.
I think I maybe have a bit more empathy than you. Possibly.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
You like if you don't give a shit, mate. You really don't give a shit. Like I
Yeah,
I care
don't
about
really.
like how people feel about situations. Like even people I don't really care about. Like you will just par people off if you can't be arsed for stuff and etc.
Yeah, but I feel like that's because of my peace of mind. And I've said this for
your piece.
Yeah, I feel like for me, in situations of any sort of widespread, if it's just going to annoy me, I just don't really give a fuck. Like if it's just going to stress me
I
out,
respect that. You're
I
holding
think
yourself
after-
high.
working a mook.
He's old bar.
Yeah, I think I've just sort of let go of things that like annoy me or would upset me, or things that would upset me I would try and beat when it was impossible. I think that's why I was in a bad time doing loads of drugs and going out all the time and being depressed and all that, was because I was trying to battle the things that I could just let go and be sound, which is why I'm completely different now. If you tell me, anything. I can't even think of an example. You tell me something now, and I'm like, that's just annoying. I don't really care.
You don't
mate.
want to involve yourself in
I don't give a
something and
shit,
you won't.
like-
You just hold yourself to a high regard.
Yeah, I just
Very
think
interesting.
because like I've had a lot of time, not a lot of times. I've had a lot of stress at times, and like my hair's falling out and shit. That's why my hairline's really bad. Because
Mate.
What?
Me. I mean, did you not see my streams at Shelley's? Everyone used to say, Brad, you're balding. Because of,
you were bald, so yeah.
No. When I've had hair, the last like 6 months, people always say, Brad, you're balding. You've got like my hair's
I never noticed it.
thinning massively, bro. My hair used to be really thick. It's thinning massively because of like 2022 and just how that year was.
That's it. I think you've got to go again. I think we said this last episode or the episode before. You've got to go through the trauma and the troubles to sort of grow as a person. Now, if you do that earlier on in your life, I think you come off better out. I think if you're a bit, I don't know though. To be fair, I don't know because we're not older yet, are we? So we never know how to talk about situations we've never been in them.
My mum says this to me. She says it's mad that you have had like a spiritual awakening at the age of 23.
That's what I mean.
Because my mum's sort of having her first at the age of 51, and a lot of people.
Well, yeah, she was fucking bonkers like
a lot of
years
people.
ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't she? Not sound bad, but like she was fucking schizo, mate. Like
with the conspiracies and that.
Yeah,
but
like, proper
a
mad
lot
about
of
it as
people.
well.
Yeah, not well. A lot of people who are like spiritual get there at like the age of 50, 60, and then I'm getting there at the age of 23.
Yeah.
As are you at the age of 24, almost
Exactly,
25.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
fucking. Life is beautiful. You said this to us before. To us, I'm 8 people. You said this to me before when we were walking out of the flat. It's weird. I was thinking it as you said it as well. We're in tune as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly,
yeah,
I literally walked out of the flat.
You
and
said
like,
life is
had a
brilliant.
productive day, and looking forward to this all day. And like we step out, the sun's coming down. We're about to set off on a fucking what we thought was a 45-minute journey, which
Took an hour and a
actually
half.
was an hour and 45.
An hour and 45 minutes to get to a fence.
Life is beautiful and good. Do you know what I'm saying? If you, we sound so pandering, but like not even pandering, 'cause it's just true. But
We're not pandering to anyone. We just sound. We sound fake.
We sound like fucking.
We sound like we're
spiritual
just
retards.
putting it on, but we're not.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
You are your own person in your life. You control everything that you want to do in your life or what you experience and all this sort of stuff. And I think it takes for people to actually get to that point. And it's so hard to get to that point. It really is. Like, you've got to go through so much shit. I think so. Yeah. Going off our experiences. We've been through the gutter, mate. Like,
yeah. I mean, you in 2020, probably me
Bad.
at the end of 2022.
That's it, mate. So we've been through it, like not even like a long time ago, like recently, mate. Like the key stages of becoming a grown adult. Like we've experienced the things that no one should experience, and it's just like people laugh when like at work, like for example, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm spiritual, stuff like this. Not go out and say it and stuff, but like
you're not like me.
Like,
you don't force it on people. You don't like, look at me.
No, not really, but like kind of in a sense of like
you talk about it in conversation.
Yes, so I won't say names obviously, but a lad that I work with is going through a little bit of a weird stage, like proper mental weird stage, like hurting himself and stuff because he's blah blah blah. And I was like, have you tried meditating? And he just laughed at me. I was like, bro, do it, mate. Like, it works. There's a reason why it's a fucking universally known thing. Like,
my ego wants to respond and be like, imagine laughing at you when he's the one assuming.
Well, yeah,
this
is the thing. Like,
that's what my ego wants to say, and that's the defensive side of me. But really, when we deep it, the lad has probably got so many layers. So many boundaries up with himself, he doesn't know himself. Therefore, and it happens with a lot of people who self-harm. The only way they're feeling anything is by cutting themselves and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they build so many layers up with themselves. They don't really know themselves. They don't want to be vulnerable with themselves.
And it takes so long to.
And that's it.
To
So
break
something
all
like
that down and
something like meditation is just stupid. It's just like no. Why would I do that? Because well, that's your reaction, mate, because you don't really know yourself and you're not comfortable with yourself yet. And that doesn't require judgment from us because the vast majority of people are not comfortable with themselves. me and you won't be completely comfortable with elements of ourselves, and we might not even be
100%.
aware of those elements yet.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just honestly
Once people take that step into actually making an effort to sort of understand it a bit more,
understand themselves.
Oh man, bro, life change is mad. It's fucking mad. Like, mate, I don't know if we even said this in the past, like on camera. How much did I take the piss out of you? Loads, bro. I said it last episode. We used to sit on calls and you just feel like sage in your face, like.
But I didn't
And
give a
now
fuck.
I do that every day.
I didn't care.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a great example of someone who took the piss out of it, and now he's like all for it. It's just
tried it, felt the benefits, and was just like, yeah.
That's it, bro. It's absolutely.
I
mad.
think one of the. This is deep. I think one of the many meanings of life is discovering yourself for soul growth, to grow your soul. I think self-discovery. I think tearing down the walls.
I don't think I'm even there yet either. I think I've got loads to sort
You've
of
got loads to
explore.
do, but I'll be honest, some of the stuff you've said in this podcast, I've sat here like, oh, is it? Like, you've said stuff that I'm on that I've never said to you, that you've just said on your own.
And the thing is,
all this stuff you're saying, I've never said. I don't preach to you. I say certain things, but I don't preach to you.
I know Brad knows all of his stuff, and I'm assuming, I don't know because I've never asked you, but you've watched loads of videos and stuff and all this sort of stuff about people who know all that sort of shit, yeah? I've not done any of that.
Yeah.
I've not done any of that. So Brad will be so clued up about all of it, whereas I'm not. Maybe I am, but not to that extent.
You're tapped into your higher self, bro. That's what
I'm saying. I've not done any sort of research on it.
You don't actually need to do research.
What is it, Tiger's Eye?
Tiger's Eye, yeah.
I've got this Tiger's Eye on. I don't even know what it does really. I just know it's a protection thing.
Protection,
I've not even looked into it. It's just I put it on. I feel like I want more power, sort of. Not power as in like to other people, but
personal power.
Personal power, yeah. I'm getting up doing shit, mate. Like, it's mad.
Yeah.
Like, I said it.
You got more control over yourself.
That's it. Like, it's so weird. You naturally pick up these things
I
without
used to
even
be
having a look into it.
A very controlling man with women. Very controlling in my relationships.
And it's so funny because it makes me so happy to see that. Alright, boys, go on. You alright? Good, yeah. We
What's he got a balaclava on, bro?
Man's got a balaclava on. He's riding a scooter, bro.
Whilst he's riding a fucking electric scooter.
With his mate on the back of him. Anyway, yeah. What was I saying? It makes me so happy for you to say that now because I used to say it to you all the time, like in like a jokey way. I was like,
in a jokey way,
you move mad with birds, mate. Like it's gonna go nowhere when you act like that. And you're like, nah, it's just that's how it is, isn't it? Like, that's how
I had every bird under my foot, mate.
I know, like, but big time as well. And I was like, that's like for me, if I were like you, nah, I couldn't do it, bro. It's mad. No. But now for you to sit there,
do you know what that was?
It's crazy.
I didn't have control over myself, so I needed to project control outwards. I needed to control my relationships. I needed to control people around me.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like for example, I used to be very in like relationships. I used to have a very deep fear of getting cheated on, and I don't think I ever was cheated on. So I don't know where it came from. I don't think I ever was. I think
weird
girls
thing to
got
go
with
through.
lads afterwards quite quick, and I think from that I was just like, you know what I mean? And I used to be.
It's a mad thing when it happens, bro. It's mad. It's not a nice feeling, bro. It's not a nice feeling, bro.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. But
I
used to have this strong fear of being cheated on, and since then, I've realised that in a relationship, because I'm so in tune with myself and so in tune with my surroundings and so in tune with the universe, I don't care how fucking retarded that makes me sound, and it's definitely funny to say to people who aren't like in that, but honestly, I'm in tune with the fucking universe. I know in my next relationship, if my bird does something dodgy, like the universe will gravitate us away from each other, as it did in my recent relationship this year. The start of this year, I know that truly. So I have let go of control and released, just let go of a lot. And once you start letting go, that is the key to everything. That is one of the major things that you need to learn through spirituality, is just the art of letting go. the art of releasing, the art of just not holding on. And that's to insecurities, to the need to control, to all sorts. And I just feel terrible. I don't feel terrible, because to feel terrible about something in the past doesn't help anything, because the past no longer exists. But it's still on my conscience that there have been people who have been collateral damage for my self-improvement.
Yeah, suffered, yeah.
Yeah. But I can't speak to those people about it, because it's like...
This is the thing, them people only see you from what you were in the past.
That's the thing.
They want who you are now.
If I was to speak to them...
They won't care about,
because they only know that version. If I was to speak to XYZ person, that would just be for my own conscience as well.
Yeah.
So even if I reached out to a certain girl and said, look, I understand how I treated you was fucking abysmal.
Yeah.
The only reason I'd be doing that would be for myself.
Makes you sound like you were beating birds. You weren't doing that.
Fucking almost.
Anyway. That's a madness.
Yeah, there was. I had a lot of toxicity in my relationships, but when I say that, like, it was mutually toxic.
Whoa, what the fuck, bro? You see that?
Yeah, that was about 10,000 fucking midges.
Mate, I hope the fucking camera picked that up. That was absolutely mad. Brother. Bro, look at them there. We just got molested by 1 millimetre by 1 millimetre animals. Can't say that again, it's terrible.
But yeah, like, closing point is, if I was to reach out to people, it'd just be for my own sake. It'd be for my own benefit. I've got to live with how I've treated people. Yeah, but I've got to live with that and learn from it. But I'm not happy with the fact that individuals were collateral damage for my own self-improvement.
But again, that has happened. You can't change that's happened. The only reason, again, I'm basically repeating what you're saying, but I'm summing it up.
I'm getting half emotional then, you know.
You are?
I was getting half emotional. A little bit, I swear to God.
You start crying. No, it's mad. It's good, though, because you're realising it, though. You realise what you were like.
Yeah.
But that's how you were, mate, and you can't change that. So what going forward, all you need to do is think about how you present yourself now.
That's it.
And continue that path.
That's it. Like,
you know yourself, you'll never get back to that point.
You can decide to either take things as lessons, however bad they were, even if someone did something to you, or vice versa, take things as lessons and move, or just wallow in the past. If you wallow in the past will repeat.
Oh, it's so funny. It's not even funny, it's just mad.
It's hilarious.
I don't know why I said funny. Funny is the complete opposite word for what I was thinking. Is just people that are watching this now who are probably in that situation where they're dwelling in the past and stuff, are going to look at this and go, oh, it's easy for some people to say that. And that's exactly the fucking thought that you shouldn't be doing.
But, conflicted argument,
go on.
I truly believe if someone is in that energy of, well, it's easy for you to say that, that's only because that's where they're meant to be right now. I don't think you can exercise what we're going through isn't going to be for them always, because they're not at that point yet, or they may never be at that point, and that's their life path. That's where they're supposed to be. That's what I truly believe.
Fair enough. You're right. I agree with you. I actually had a point. I had a point.
We're on some deeper shit though, but like
I had a point there, and you've just completely changed my opinion on it just for that one thing. That's mad. Fair enough.
Because you think about it, like we're really only trying to gain control over ourselves. It doesn't matter if someone else isn't where we are yet. We're where we are, and by being where we are, our high vibration can raise other people. You can't get sick to make someone better, right? I'll tell you a story really quick. I got back with my ex from like 2018, right? Shout out. You leave that in. She won't care. Honestly, I've got a lot of love for her. I really do. If someone like tomorrow, if she messaged me and was like, someone's fucking
don't matter,
trying to do this, that, be curtains for that person. Do you know what I mean? But as a person, as people, I don't love her like that. I don't, and I didn't love her like that when I got back with her. But when I started going through my spirituality, I did love her. Back in the day, a lot happened between me and that girl.
Yeah, 100%. Mad stuff.
Mad stuff.
For that age as well that you were at, mate.
Yeah, we went
Not many
through.
people
We
go
had a
through that
trauma
mad
bond, me
shit.
and her. But I fell out of love with her in like 2020, and that's when I moved on. I moved on with someone else at the time, and I really did move on. It wasn't that situation where you get with someone to try and move on. Bad, by the way, never do that. It was I really did emotionally move on. But I got back with this girl very beginning of this year, briefly for a few months. For a few months after years of not being with her, I got back with her because I knew that she was at a point in life that wasn't necessarily good emotionally. And I thought, right, I just started having my spiritual awakening. I thought, I can fix her.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, bro.
Knew it.
I was so wrong because
I remember you actually saying that to me as well.
I was trying to tell her all this. Bro, took her out on Valentine's Day, bought her all these crystals. I'm like, this will sort you out.
It's so funny because I remember you telling me about you getting back with her or whatever it was. And I just literally said, it's just going to happen the same as it did last time.
Oh, it didn't, though. It didn't. We didn't end on like
you made it out to me. Maybe you didn't do this intentionally, but you made it out to me like you were sat on it now.
One of the last messages she's. Well, no, I won't go into that. But it wasn't. It didn't end on horrendous terms.
Yeah, but
I think
it's ended though. It's done again.
Yeah. But my point being is, I was of the mindset like I'm gonna get back with her to help her. It wasn't to help me. It wasn't because I loved her. It was to help her.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. You can't bring someone to where you are. Like, they're where they are for a reason, and you're not in control of that, and that's not your business. You can only exercise that control over yourself. You can only do it for yourself. You can really only do it for yourself.
I agree.
And people may gravitate to you like you gravitated to where I am.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Mate. I was going to say I agree because I've done it with you. You
Liam,
put it
for example, a really good friend of ours, is not on what we're on right now.
No,
but he's still a really good friend. It doesn't matter. But he's not on what we're on. He's not on this. That's fine. Not everyone is going to be where you are, and that's just how it is. And
I've learned a few things this episode, actually.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that you do too, actually. That was mad. I feel like I've learned a little bit. It was like a therapy session. Started off terrible.
Yeah.
Started off absolutely
I think because we were just fucking about with like where to put the camera and all that, we just didn't know what we were doing. But
I couldn't really be asked, to be honest. I was just like, should we just fucking go on? But I'd walked an hour and 45 minutes to get here, so I'm just like, we need to make something up. So maybe we'll start having a bit of a structure. I don't know. Or just have a few things that we want to talk about. Like.
Yeah, to start with, and then we'll just mould into anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was a deep chat, bro. Fucking hell.
I think we've done. I think this is gonna be a
Me
little.
and Connor don't really have insanely deep chats like this until there's a camera in front of us. That's
weird,
very
actually,
dystopian.
isn't it? It's weird.
Quite dystopian.
What does
really.
that mean?
Like it's a reflection of where reality is right now. We're very futuristic. It's like it takes a camera and mics for us to have a very deep personal chat.
Yeah, but we have. I mean, we
know each other so
we don't
well.
have busy lives. Like we know when one of us is upset, or we'll talk to. We're very transparent with each other.
Yeah.
It sounded like we don't speak to each other outside of.
Oh no,
camera.
we do. We've had probably a never-ending conversation on Facebook for about 5 years, haven't we?
Well, literally, yeah. So we've never like. Yeah, it's mad. Me and you've never sat down like even when we've been pissed. And I've gone like I need to just like. Because
we're not that sort of people when we're drunk. We don't get emotional and stuff. We're not weirdos.
I don't really give a shit. I just want to get fucked up, to be honest. You know what I mean? That's more to come though. Like I think for us, this is not a place, but this is like this. Well, yeah, I guess it's a place where we can sort of just talk about the things that we want to talk about that we see important for other people to sort of know that.
That's therapy for me, and that, mate. That's a therapy.
That's what I'm saying though. Being a manager of a bar and having a lot of staff that are quite young and stuff, I'm naturally someone who will give advice and lead people in the right directions and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like that's what we're sort of doing here. Now, we do have like funny parts of what we talk about and stuff. Like last episode was hilarious. This is more of a serious one.
But we didn't plan to get serious. We're just having a
conversation. Well, that's what I'm saying. We've just flowed into it. Like we had a bit of a rocky start, but like this is the beauty of not having a structured, fucking shitty podcast where you've got to go by a script and do this. I feel like
just a real conversation.
So much more forced.
You see the comments. That's what people are saying in the comments. They're saying
they feel like the chat
feels like I'm chatting with my mates.
Yeah, I seen it, and that's what we want to go for. So Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of people's mates will not have conversations like this.
No, what the fuck? I mean, we don't.
No.
Do you know what I mean? But for some weird reason, once the camera's there, we sort of flow into it. And I think that's just because we're not scared of talking about past experiences and
it's
and
also
who we are
because
and stuff like.
we're in a setting where we have to speak. Like right now, if me and you don't have a conversation about something, it's shit content. So we've got to speak about something, and then the deep stuff just starts coming out. I think. Jump cut. I think that the drinking culture now, people only have deep conversations when they get pissed up, or when they're coked up, or when when there's substance inside it. Why is it that people need substance of some sort to get real with the pals?
Insecure.
Why do we not have friendships? Why as humans is there no togetherness anymore where
I think
we need drink to get past the layers of each other?
I think because of where we're at. But then again, we've never been like that. But I'm thinking, it as a widespread, maybe because we've never done that, and we definitely wouldn't do that now because we don't need to be pissed.
We've never got pissed and got emotional.
Yeah. Maybe once or twice. Like we've had
once or twice in years. That's the thing. We've
never
like
been 7-8 years. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think because we can deal with stuff that we want to talk about sober. Or by ourselves. Like, do you know what I mean? We've never needed to be. I think what it is a lot of people gain self-confidence when they do drugs or getting pissed, and that would be probably the reason why. I can't see it myself. When I'm out getting drunk, I don't want to hear about you crying and shit. I don't give a fuck. Tell me when I'm sober. I'm not bothered. Don't make any difference to me. I feel like people think when both parties are drunk, there's less of a
stigma, judgment, maybe.
Judgment,
because the other person's
there's
drunk.
less judgment because you both pissed. So it's like, right, I'm in this situation now where I can just we're pissed. We'll just say whatever, chat a load of shit, and then it's sort of you forget about it the next day. Whereas like if you tell me something when you're pissed, I'd probably just fuck it off.
I had a really deep chat with a mutual friend of ours on our balcony last week. When we drank together, and a really deep chat, and I was dropping some spiritual shit on him and everything about like situations that he's been through. He's been through some mad shit. I'd love for him to come on a podcast at some point and talk, because it fucking honestly is life nutty.
Yeah.
Naughty. And yeah, like this guy, he's a flawed character, but like we always say, we love him to bits. Like we've got time for him. This is stuff we say to him, by the way. I'm not just coming on the podcast saying he's flawed. Like this is stuff I'll say to him all the time. He's a flawed character, but he's like, I've got so much time for him. I don't. Sometimes I don't even know why. But
it's weird, isn't it?
We had our
sometimes it's like fucking.
Some people
prick.
are just like that. They've got the energy where it's just like, for some reason, there's something about you I like. There's always a reason for it. But me and him had our first proper deep chat in a long, long time, and it was the deepest chat we've ever had. And but again, it was through drink. We came back and we were just sat on the balcony. I think you were asleep, so we're talking quietly, having a deep chat and that.
I don't even know.
And he left. And then he texted me and he was just like, "Thank you so much for that, brother. I've really took it in."
Yeah.
And I just assumed, drunk talk, whatever. Maybe he wouldn't have took it in. Whatever. Because I felt like I was saying stuff to him that could really help him, but I just thought, we'll see. The next day,
you're gone. Sorry.
Sober, next day, he messaged me, we're like, "Oh, by the way, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Love you so much. It was a really deep." So sometimes you can get pissed up and have those chats, and it takes the alcohol to bring it out of someone, and it'll still resonate the next day. But I think most of the time when people are pissed up,
why I probably stray away from those situations, because I don't think that, and I just think they're pissed. They're not going to listen. What's the fucking point?
And I think that's the majority of the time. But I think for some people, just to get the floodgates open, just to even show a bit of emotion, just to show a bit of vulnerability, alcohol's got to be involved, or drugs, or
which is sad, really. But I think once you get to a point where you don't need to be fucked up to sort of talk about your problems. I mean, if you need to be fucked up to talk about your problems, maybe therapy is a good idea. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not telling people what to do, but if you need to be pissed, you need to get fucked up to talk about your problems, you have a more widespread problem, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? Like, but then again, like, I can't sit there and say that to everyone because I've not sort of been there and experienced that sort of stuff. It doesn't take me to get pissed to talk to my pals about stuff. Do you know what I mean? I've definitely done it, 100%. I've done it. I probably did it actually loads when I was really bad on drugs and stuff. Like, probably too much, to be honest. But now it's just like, if you need to talk about your feelings, you talk about your feelings. I'm very blessed to have a mother who is one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life, mate. Like,
Likewise.
Do you know what I'm saying? So we're very blessed. Some people don't have that. So
We
Again,
both
well-
have very close connections to our mums and
I think
Distanced.
maybe just to clarify, when we say these things, we're not saying it as a collective. It's, I mean, for me anyway, I'm not, when I'm saying do this or do that, I'm just going off what I've experienced, what I sort of know. I can't, without knowing someone, I can't sort of give them a direction or wherever to go or say these things because I've experienced it in a different way or I've not experienced it, so I don't really know. So when we do say these things, we're saying it off our experiences, not off like as a general. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm right with saying that, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're not, because sometimes that might come across like we're proper preaching like something that is bollocks or something. I don't really know, but yeah.
I think what we're saying because of the dramatic effect it's had on both of us separately.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
that's all we're speaking from.
Yeah.
But everyone goes through shit, and you cannot ever compare yourself to anyone else. You can only just say, look, talking is medicine. And getting in touch with yourself is medicine. And one of the best ways to get in touch with yourself is by getting in touch with another person,
Yeah.
because then you start to vocalise
Testing.
what you're
Sorry,
feeling.
my microphone was just flat. I was like, have I pulled the wire out?
I'm just having a
He's
deep
just having
chat.
a deep comment. Testing.
Testing!
Sorry, mate. Fucking hell.
On that, I think it's been
A fantastic episode.
beautiful.
I think it's been a beautiful episode. I think.
What a beautiful chat, brother. I mean that. I really mean. Camera
Should
aside.
we have a
What,
hug? Let's have a hug. No one can see it.
No, genuinely.
That was really
brilliant.
good. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this sort of style where we sort of go deep, then let us know.
I think it'll just be whatever we're feeling. We're
Yeah,
so
but,
schizophrenic.
like-
we're so like
Yeah, I know,
bipolar of where
yeah.
we
We
are.
like going to something and be like, we want to talk about this and never talk about it. We like to talk for like 2 minutes at the end. But yeah, if you do want to see these sort of style where we're more serious and maybe not as joking and having a laugh and taking a piss and stuff, then let us know, because I mean, I'll speak for us both. We both read the comments like mad. Like, he saw it earlier. He
Passion
said
project.
something and I literally said the same comment straight back to him. So
Passion
yeah.
project. This.
exactly. So the opportunities are endless. We've got some. Again, I'm not talking about the future, but we've got some mad ideas coming that are gonna be shit that you've never seen people do. So yeah, thank you for watching, and it's been a pleasure, mate.
Goodbye.
Why have you just done that?
That was the most cringe thing.
Man went peace.
Brother, don't know where my head is right now. I'm not even
Oh
hearing
my
it.
god, bro, that's mental. Peace. You've lost it. See you later.